G'day viewers, how you doing? Loaf here from Live to Ride magazine, and today I've got Chris from the Aussie and the Indian.
That's me.
We've got her beautiful Indian, customised Indian chief here in the studio doing some photos. For those who don't know, Chris is a little bit of a local legend around around Australia these days and the world. Chris, tell us a little bit about you, the Aussie and the Indian.
Well, this Chief vintage I got probably 2 years ago, and her name is Calamity Jane. And we travel the roads meeting people, and I've tried to bespoke her within an inch of her life. I mean, I've gone for that slightly equestrian, steampunk, vintage vibe. She was a black bike when I got her, and I've had her now wrapped, and I've played with the leather and added my little touches along the way, which I'm sure we'll point out soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, so, and now you do a lot of charity work, don't you?
Yeah, I mainly sort of associate. I do charity rides whenever I can. I do as many rides with all sorts of groups of people. I ride a lot on my own. I probably 80% ride on my own. And I produce events and things which I try and align with charities as well. But this is my retirement plan. Oh. So in a few years, when my grandbabies are a little bit older, I'm going to be taking off and just travelling around Australia and meeting people, doing stories and finding some interesting things.
All right, sounds good. Now, okay, you mentioned bespoke, okay, yep. The saddle. Yep. Okay, now, was this ever used on a horse?
No, I got this new. So I found this. It's a wide gullet saddle. I needed something wide because of the fender. It couldn't be a normal saddle. It would have stood up too high. So I went for a wide gullet saddle, and it was all being tooled and done. But it was a lighter colour, so I've darkened the leather, and I've had it engineered so it is properly docked on this bike, so it can take a pillion, even though it would be the most uncomfortable ride ever. So it's properly docked. I've had a frame engineered, and we use like a docking station that you would for any rear passenger seat that these guys make anyway. So it's all legit, it's all on, and it comes off, quick release, and it's been chilled. And I got this, actually this came from India. I found this one. This is from India. This bike's got a bit of every nation in it when we go around it, but this is from India.
All right, no worries. And the saddlebags, okay, they started out as the original.
They are, yeah. So the guts of them is the original saddlebags. Now this is the original leather that the Indian motorbike company bought out, and but they've since changed it to another type of leather with a bit more of a resin in them to last with the weather. But these are the old ones that they started with. And what I had saddlebags that I had found in Japan made with this vintage leather. So they were on my old bike, and but they were useless because there wasn't much space, where the Indian saddlebags are deep and full and can carry heaps of stuff. But what I loved about what I had was this front part with that look. So I cut them up and got the drill out and drilled the bits, and so that's just really like a cosmetic overlay.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. But it's effective. It works really well with the saddle.
Yeah.
Works really well with the saddle. Now, how long have you had this bike?
Just shy of 2 years now.
Okay. How many Ks have we done?
Coming up to 20,000.
All right. So you're not shy about getting on it and going for a ride.
No, I do a lot. You know, Easter I'm just heading off to Broken Hill for the hell of it. Just on my own. I hope there's no Wolf Creek moments out there.
No, I believe John Jarrett's still got to stay in Sydney. Now, tell us about the
the stirrups. So I have a gentleman, Larry Taylor, actually from New Mexico in the US, follows me on Facebook, and he has seen the bike, and he had these authentic early 1900 stirrups from New Mexico. They're the real McCoy, and he emailed me, said, Chris, these need to go on Calamity, and he freighted them over here, and they arrived, and so I've put them on. I mean, they probably could be functional as well. You could put them down, but they touch the pipes a bit. So again, it's more of a cosmetic design addition.
All right.
I don't know how safe stirrups are really on a motorbike. I don't know that I'd be game putting my feet in stirrups.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Now, you started out riding Harleys too, didn't you?
Yeah, started on Harleys, about 25 years on Harleys, and then swapped over to Indian for just a change of scene, and they're beautiful bikes. And when I got this, I just had these plans to. I mean, it was a black bike when I bought it, so it's got a vinyl wrap on it to create this whole vintage old look. I've added a full sound system, speaker system. I've found old, authentic, vintage cup holders in places all around Australia that I've added. There's a gun holder with a toy gun, not a real gun, you know, cow head.
Yeah, okay. Now, a little bit about the helmet, just quickly.
Yep. It's ridiculous, I know. But I found these in Sedona in Arizona. Little cows. They're actually Christmas decorations, but I love them. And the goggles are from a steampunk type of thing, but they are legitimately good ones. Like they're the proper motorcycle ones. I found that in Bali. I think I found that cow. And then at the back here, I've got skulls and a bit of tassels. One can't have as much as many tassels.
Yeah, well, I noticed you do have quite a few tassels.
Yeah, well, you know, and I never was a tassel fan, but for this look, I have to have tassels. It's all part of this look.
All right, no worries. Now, where can people find you on the web?
Well, the Aussie-theindian.com is my website, and all roads will then lead you to my YouTube station, my Instagram account, and my Facebook. So the Aussie-theindian.com. Easy to remember.
All right. Chris, thanks very much for coming along and talking to us here at Keeble.
Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure.
See you later, folks.